Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And I hope that you're all super duper well wherever you are in the world, my delicious little babies, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are, okay? And I hope that you're super duper well, okay? And another warm welcome to all of our, new subscribers. Welcome to our family, okay? Now then, and thank you, and please, okay? Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? Much love to you all as well, my delicious babies, and I hope that you too are having a super duper time wherever you are in the world and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up. My juice little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're lovely and bright. Now then, my weather in my old neck of the woods in the old UK. Well, I'm just going to tell you now, everybody, if it's raining, it's raining. It's absolutely bucketing down with rain, everybody, my delicious little babies, okay? So the weather is not very nice at all. Yes, it's just pelting it down. Okay, so it's very miserable. No sunshine. Well, no, nothing actually. In fact, my road today seems rather, even though I do not like this word, dead. Dead as a dodo. Mind you, they did say, didn't they, they're supposedly bringing back the dodos. Extinct, weren't they? Yes. Right now then, so just a few things I want to say today, okay, because I am back to my advertising as well, because I just go through different, as I explained on another one of my videos, my delicious little babies, yes, that I advertise different, YouTubers, do you see what I mean, different platforms at different times, okay? Please do not ask me why, it's just whatever comes to me on the day. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, so it's not rehearsed, okay? Occasionally I have wrote something down, but usually, it just comes straight out me gob, okay? Now then, so if you do happen to enjoy the video today, my delicious little babies, and it does happen to, let's just say it happens to catch your attention. Do you see what I mean? There may be something that I say on here that, that you may find interesting, okay? If you could please click on the like. For others of you, if you haven't yet subscribed and you happen to stumble across my channel, you do enjoy my videos, if you could please click on the subscribe. For others of you, please feel free to comment. It's always welcomed. And finally, if you would like to share my videos, with who you may have an interest in my videos, and please feel free to do that as well. And thank you, okay? So I'm just going to get who I want to say first, okay? Because I just need to, if I get that out of the way, then I can say, whatever else I want to say, with my old noddle. Okay, sweet? What's on my old noddle at the moment, okay? So if you could please go on to our lovely Duran, okay? So it is good day. And I hope that you're all having a super duper good day, okay? Now then, 10% off, it's the Duran shop, okay? And, they've got lots of lovely things on there, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just, I just enjoy advertising others. That's just what I enjoy doing, okay? And any of my delicious and wonderful little friends who know me, okay? And my delicious and beautiful little daughters know of me, okay? That I just like to give out information. So if you could please look at my beautiful and very delicious Alex Christoforo, okay? Everybody knows I love my Alex, okay? You can find him on YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, Rockfin, Locals, Telegram. I think I've covered everything, I do believe. My delicious little babies, okay? So he's on all of those, okay? A wonderful gentleman to listen to, you know what I mean? Actually has he has a good sense of humour as well, okay? So, because like I say, for the majority of the platforms that I mentioned, they do have a sense of humour. Do you understand what I mean? Some are more, God bless him, serious than others. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but he does have a really good sense of humour. That's why we love him, okay? Super duper, beautiful and delish. You can also visit the Duran. Again, you can find them on YouTube and everywhere where I've just mentioned, okay? Really lovely. And they also have guests on, okay? Different guests, okay? So, and you may very well find it, very interesting. Well, I find them all interesting, so I'm not too sure why others would not. But anyway, that's just me, isn't it? Everybody's different, aren't they? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, and also our lovely little Gonzalo Lira, okay? So you can find him on YouTube, okay? You can also find him on Twitter, okay? And I do believe he's on Telegram as well, okay? I think he's under, is it Gonzalo Lira 1968 on Twitter? I'm pretty sure it is, because I always think about the 1968 for some reason, sticks in my old noddle, okay? He's really lovely, and you can also find him on YouTube under Gonzalo Lira again, okay? And Gonzalo Lira, okay? Because he's got a few channels on there. I'm pretty sure, because I advertised last year, it was like Gonzalo Lira and 2, not the number 2, like 2. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes. So and he's really super duper lovely as well, and and they do round tables and things like that, okay? So so that's all the advertising for today, my delicious little babies. Like I say, I just go through what I find interesting and what I feel that for some of you beautiful and wonderful delicious little babies out there may also find interesting, okay? Very interesting indeed, okay? So I do not feel that I've missed anybody out today, okay? Now then, so I've got something to say to you, my delicious little babies. So number one, I don't know where to start. Where do I begin? Right? Well, a few years ago, at the start of this whole pandemic, my delicious little babies, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I was telling neighbours up the road I was, right? Because I know the majority of the neighbours, right, on my road. And I must be honest, and even my immediate, okay? Especially my immediate, okay? And they're just a little bit up the road here, yes? They're just so beautiful. Really, really lovely neighbours. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, dear God, Jesus Christ, touch wood, please God, I never have issues. Do you see what I mean? I've been here, I say the start of Feb, 7 years. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've seen, obviously, our delicious and wonderful little neighbours, the ones who were even here before myself, and my beautiful and delicious baby little Ruby Tuesday and baby and, baby little Maisie. They're both so beautiful and delicious, right? And also, my daughters and everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's just been, it's a really pleasant and lovely road to live on. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? So therefore, I feel most humbled and blessed for that. Do you see? But I'm also noticing we're having a lot of different neighbours moving on the road. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So it's getting to a stage where you're sort of not knowing who, there we go, before I even say it, who's who. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, because I've watched others move in and I've watched them move out. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, and of course, I get on very well with all, my Syrian up the road from me, and there's a few families up there. Do you see what I mean? There's a recent family who moved in, and then you've got your other families. Do you see what I mean? It was like 1, 2, 3, like that. But they're so beautiful. Every time they walk past, they see me in the street. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? They're just such beautiful families, and they're really humble and beautiful, which is what I like in man and woman. Do you see what I'm saying to you? One thing about me, my delicious little babies, and for all of you beautiful and wonderful delicious little babies who've been following me for all of this, length of time. God bless you and thank you. Well, you know with me, I cannot stand falseness. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Anyway, so let me talk about this. So anyway, you all know how I rock and roll my delicious little babies. Yes, I like straight man and woman. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, that is who I get along with. Yes, not two-faced, not nothing. Do you see what I mean? That doesn't rock and roll with me. I'd rather just not have anything to do with that type of man or woman. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. Anyway, so a few years back, right, I was telling a neighbour just up here, yes, and I was telling them all about, not to listen to the box in the corner of the room. I was telling them. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Till I was flipping blue in the face every time I saw them. I repeated myself like a flipping Peter the Parrot. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Anyway, well, he looked at me, as if I've got flipping two heads. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious... I didn't mean that against anybody who's been born that way, so please do forgive me. I didn't mean it that way. It's just a figure of speech, okay? So he's looking at me like I've got two heads, never believing a word. There we go. A word that I said. Anyway, well, last year, right, well, actually, it was, not long after my birthday, actually. They had a baby son. My delicious little babies for you all out there, yes? And again, I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset anybody, who's having any type of problems or issues. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's just I'm just speaking as I'm speaking. So I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset anyone. Anyway, so what did I see? Right? Now, I've noticed changes. You see, I've been saying this over the months, my delicious little babies. Yes, I have. And it's almost if, because they are pretty serious anyway, as a couple. So I must be honest with you, there we are. They are a pretty serious couple anyway. Do you see what I mean? Yes? And they've been here, I think, a couple of years, in their flat, yes? Anyway, so fast forward. So they had their little, beautiful little bambino. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And what did I see your man there doing? Getting out of the car with a mask on. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Well, I took one look, and I flipping rolled my eyes. Do you see what I mean? When they always say hello to me, they always do. Do you see what I mean? If I'm out walking my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, and they're pushing the pram, do you see what I mean? With their beautiful little bambino inside, yes? I'll always say, oh, how lovely. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, just quick chit chat, nothing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But this just proves my point, yes? About, the level of flipping brainwashing. Now, when I was done telling him a few years back, do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, I've got to be honest with you, yes, it flipping irritated me. Well, anyway, so it's quite clear to me, okay, that the chances are, I'm not saying that this is on every occasion, everybody, my delicious little babies. No, I am not. Sometimes you could get somebody wearing a muzzle, a mask. Yes, there we go. And they may not have had the old jab, but they just want to, well, I suppose, hide what they look like. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because that's what the muzzles do, isn't it? You cannot see your mouth, you cannot see your little nose. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? All you can see is your little eyes. So again, you wouldn't know who's who. There we go, would you? Do you see what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying anyway. So yes, so not only is he looking very tired, well, I suppose, they're a new family, aren't they? A new little family, yes. But I don't know, something just telling me he's looking different. So, you know, I know when I see a new father. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, you know, if they've got to work and things like that, you know, and of course, you know, that they may not get as much sleep, just the same as, you know, mommy wouldn't get enough, you know, enough sleep, you know, because you got the feeds, you got everything else, do you see what I mean? You know, because obviously I've been there, as you all very well know, my delicious little babies who've been so kind to listen to me and follow me and click on the likes and thank you and subscribe to me. Well, but something's telling me something's, there we go, changed. Just looks really different. It's so hard to explain. His wife doesn't. You know, she doesn't look as, you know, she looks tired, but not, geez, sort of saying. But then he looks over at me and she looks over at C and she looks over at me. You'd have to be here to see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? It's as if really he knows. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like he knows that I was telling him the right thing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So something's telling me maybe he has, God bless him, the same as many who are very sadly coerced, forced, lured, conned into the old jab, jab, jab. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, but he doesn't just look like a normal father, you know, who's had a few bad nights' sleep. He doesn't. He even walks slower, my delicious little babies. And I am noticing it with others as well. Also, in this time, right, I've also got this to say as well. There's been, I mean, God bless them. Do you understand what I mean? Because you don't wish it, you know, you never wish it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, you know, especially if you know, the couple were decent. Well, I've heard of 2 divorces already. One before Christmas. Do you see? They lived there for years. Anyway, it's just so sad, actually. You know, lovely couple. Anyway. And then I've just heard of another divorce. Just, in fact, today. There we go. Today. And of course, these are couples, you know, my delicious little babies. These are not couples who have been together 5 minutes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious, rewind and start again. Do you know what I'm saying to you, my delicious and wonderful, beautiful little babies out there? I mean, there's one couple, 20 years they've been together. And then this other couple there now, he's 30 odd years. Look at that. Can you, sorry, please excuse me. Just gonna have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So yes, so we're seeing a lot of changes, it seems. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And of course, I thought that they were couples that stand the test of time. Do you know what I mean? I know that little couples have little. Anyway, I'm not going into anything about anything. I'm just saying that, can we see what's happening here, my delicious little babies? Yes? You have got some delicious little babies out there, God bless them, who are walking around so depressed with a muzzle on the boat race, yes, looking down at the ground. You've got other ones that are like, they look at you in a different way. It's as if they do not really speak to you. They just look at you. It's really odd. And I've been seeing it over the months, and I'm really pleased in a way when I put my videos out, because I can see the changes, you know, from the beginning, my delicious little babies, and how it's going along with certain. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, and then you've got others who are like flipping little robots. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, you know, there's lots and lots and lots of changes. Do you see what I mean? Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to say. The AstraZeneca's been pulled off the market, hasn't it? I did notice, actually, for months there was no mention of it. Wonder why that is. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And the other thing I want to say as well, you know, it's like they want to stop us from talking. Anybody who's got, and this is not being disrespectful, my delicious little babies, okay? But for those who know how I rock and roll here, okay? So it's no disrespect intended. But for those who have, like myself, and my old noddle, common sense, do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Who knows the crack what's going on here and knew it from the start. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Now, this is what I have to say about this, right? Because if you look at the YouTube, yes, my delicious little babies, for some of you who, you know, do not know my delicious little babies, yes, because others are my, delicious little babies will know, right? And then you type in the WEF, you know, World Economic Forum, yes? Or even if you take a look, you can even DuckDuckGo actually or anything like that, yes? Well, World Health Organisation, you can even find it on YouTube as well, and information on that as well, yes? So they put out all this information, do they not? Yes, they do, right? Otherwise, how would anybody know what's going on? So, and then they tried to flip in, and they have been, haven't they? And anybody who's got a large voice, especially the ones who've got larger voices, do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? Well, I want to do, you know, to destroy them. Do you see? I mean, it's like, what's his name? I'm going to mention him again, Jordan Peterson. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's like they're after him now. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious, delicious little babies, yes? You know, and then you've got a lot of what I call, and there's no other word to call them, very thick and brain dead journalists who are on the mainstream media, and even if they get assigned to go anywhere, I've known this long time anyway, even if they get to, you know, to be assigned somewhere, right, they're still thick and brain dead. They're flipping useless. What comes out the flipping gobs is flipping useless. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? I mean, if you go back a very long time, decades ago now, yes? And especially if you see really, really years and years and years and years and decades and decades and decades ago. This is just my take on things, okay? Everybody else is different. We all have a different opinion, right? I have mine and others, delicious babies, will have theirs. But if you look decades back, well, I just feel that journalists were journalists. You know, you've still got some beautiful, good little journalists now. Do you understand what I mean? But they're not allowed to always, you know, to say what it is they want to say. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because then they're a target. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? But what's the point? This is the part I do not get. If the information is out there, then why try and shut everybody's mouths? Does any of this make any sense to you, my delicious little babies? Because it does not to me, you know. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, my little beautifuls? It's a whole lot of flipping madness, man. And I remember, like, years ago, like, YouTube videos, just everything used to be different. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? It's just, it's all changed, hasn't it? Yes, it flipping well has. Do you see what I'm saying, yes? But of course, you know, it's not over as well, because in our neck of the woods in the old UK, well, you know, they're trying to get this thing through, you know, where you cannot have a freedom of speech or anything like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know what I feel about this, my delicious little babies, and you all know with my delicious little babies, sorry, you know what I'm like, you know how I rock and roll, it's all a crock of shite, flipping tell them to F off, very nicely. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Then I heard about flipping, what's his name? Boris Twat Johnson. Then I heard about him, right? Oh. And see what it is They're trying to brainwash, there we go. They're trying to brainwash again, right? Because what they're wanting, yes, is for that putrid piece of shite to, you know, to get him, there we go, to get him back into power. Who wants to see his flipping ugly mug? And I'm not like that, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, what anybody looks like is what they look like. What it is, it's the ugliness in him. That is what it is. He's a very ugly individual indeed. And I do not like him. Do you see what I'm saying? In fact, I do not like any of them. And I've never ever made a secret of it, my delicious little babies. You all know that with me. I cannot flipping stand them, boot them out. Big time. Get rid of them. Because it's what they're doing. Still got to be more, you know, who wake up, you know. Jesus, I mean, we are doing well because we are getting a number. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? We just need to keep going. For some reason, my video, on this video, I just keep stubbing it. I've no idea what's going on here today. I've no idea. I don't know. It's like I'm not feeling comfortable with something. I really, in my old noddle, I cannot put my flipping finger on it, what it is. I don't know, I feel, do you understand what I mean? Not in my own home environment or anything like that. I do not mean that. It's something else I'm going to hear or something. I don't know, there's something brewing. Do you see what I mean? I could just feel it. I'm all cold all around me. Do you understand what I mean when I said that? It's really hard to explain. Anyway, finally, yeah, so everybody's personalities are changing basically. You know, they're not the same. I'm telling you that now, my delicious little babies, they're really not, you know. Okay? There's some who, you know, still pleasant and everything like that. There's other ones who just stare at you, just smile at you. There's others who do not even smile at all, like I said, you know. There's so many changes. Oh, and to all of you beautiful and delicious little parents out there, okay? Please keep an eye on what's going on with your bairns at school, please, and thank you, okay? Because we do not want, you know, beautiful little bairns, yes, anybody's beautiful little bairns, yes, to be flipping, God bless the beautiful dear souls, to be brainwashed into anything different. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, like I said before, I'm saying it again. Man and woman, end of. Do you see what I'm saying to you, sweet? Yes? But obviously they're, you know, still at that flipping crack, the putrid. We all know who, don't we? Yes? Now, finally, what I've got to say, yes? So I have had a bit of a moan. Yes, I flipping well have. Because we don't want the putrid shite in, right? Like I said before, I'm saying it again. The others as well wasn't elected anyway. And any votes that were ever done before is all flipping rigged anyway. So let's get that flipping straight as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's just lies after lies after lies. So what we want is them to just shut their mouths and flipping trap go. Do you see what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I've been saying it before and I say it again. You know, they're only going to push man and woman too far. You know, there we go. And I'm going to keep saying it because it is the truth. Dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator, just loves the truth. Do you see what I'm saying to you, sweet? Yes? Now, finally, because the dear gentleman and his dear wife, God bless them both, right? They're still away on holiday at the moment, okay? Well, they bought the flat next door, right? And they've done a marvellous job. It's absolutely flipping stunning, right? Anyway, and then they've got a couple to move in, right? So, sorry, please excuse me. So, anyway, I've seen him, when was it? I haven't seen the missus yet. I've only seen her husband. And he came, you know, to see how the progress was going on, you know, before Christmas because they wanted to move in. Well, of course, I couldn't do that. Do you see what I mean? Yes? You know, simply because it's just not quite finished yet, yes? Anyway, and I worked super duper flipping hard on that, by the way, my delicious little babies. I must just tell you that. They're really flipping did, you know. I mean, it was completely gutted and redone. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And this is a dear gentleman here who's got a lot of properties. Do you understand what I mean? But he looks after them. Do you see? Not like a lot of flipping bogus, flipping disgusting, flipping call themselves landlords. Well, they're flipping disgusting. Somebody needs a shut there, a flipping head down, a flipping toilet. Anyway, hopefully with a flipping turd in it. Anyway, so getting back to what I'm saying now. So I'd only seen him like at a distance from where I was, yes? And I was very polite. I said, good afternoon. Do you understand what I mean? Because he was with the dear gentleman who's bought the property, yes? Well, I never seen him then until yesterday evening. Now, I did a video with my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz yesterday. It was a flipping banging video. It was a really good video, actually. You know, we did have such a flipping laugh, you know. The flipping face hurt and everything, just from laughing. Oh, we had a lovely time. Well, I was seeing my beautiful dear little friend Kaz out. Anyway, well, it was dark by then. And this one who's going to be renting the flat, yes, with his wife. Well, he brought a friend of his, yes, and they're looking through the window with a torch, yes? Anyway, so he shouted over to me. He said, he says, do you know when he's back? Because they're Polish. Anyway, I've got nothing against him. I've got nothing against any nationality. Do you understand what I mean? But it just so happens they're a Polish couple, yes? So that's no disrespect to anybody who's Polish. I'm just saying, okay, or to anybody else, okay? So I said, if you just please give me a minute. I said, I'm just seeing, you know, my friend, saying goodbye to my dear friend. I said, then I will speak to you. Do you see what I mean? So straight away, this is telling me now, with your man there, my delicious little babies, yes, that he seems to be, to me, a rather cocky man. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So anyway, I see my beautiful dear little friend, oh, God love her. You know, I was so thankful that we did the video yesterday. God bless her beautiful heart. So I was seeing her off, you know, give her a wave and everything, and off I drove, yes? And then I heard that he was in the back garden, in the other back garden, do you see? So I walked round the back, and I said, well, I do not know when he's going to be back. I said, I know he said January, on about the landlord. And I says, you know, dear gentleman. I says, but I do not know when... Jesus to me. Anyway, and he said, I do believe it's the 14th. Well, I thought to myself, what are you flipping asking me for in the first place then, you silly man? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies, yes? So then I said, well, look, I said, at the end of the day, I said, the flat will be ready, you know, there we go. I said, the flat will be ready soon. And I said, but obviously he's away because they weren't very well either. You know, the dear lady and gentleman who bought the flat next door. Right? So they weren't well either. God love them. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So the thing is that, so then he went on to say, so I said, well, I've been here nearly 7 years. You know, I was very polite, very pleasant. I had no reason not to be, my delicious little babies, no reason at all. Do you see what I mean? If you wanted to know anything about the road or anything like that, I would have, do you see what I mean? And I explained, I said, it's a lovely quiet road. I said, please, dear God, touch wood, please, God. I said, I haven't had any issues. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I said, I know most of the, my delicious and wonderful little neighbours, you know, neighbours up the road and stuff. I said, they're very lovely. Do you see what I mean? I said, it's nice and quiet. You've got a lake over the back and everything else. And you know, they come out with my delicious little babies, right? And this flipping peed me off, you know. And I told him there, told your man there as well. I thought we were going to start as we mean to go on now. Do not flipping play with me. So he said, well, let's keep it that way. Look, just like that, my delicious little babies. Now, I was very pleasant, explaining about the road, explaining about her girl, wasn't rude. I even said about my beautiful and delicious little Ruby. I said she barks occasionally. I said, but she's not a little animal who barks all of the time. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Okay? So I was explaining all that. But for your man there to turn around and say, well, let's keep it that way. And I said, well, actually, I said, I'm a quiet woman. Do you see what I mean? I said, anyone in my home is quiet. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And then his friend who was with him was a tall bloke, yes? Because this little one, this man, who's moving in with his wife, who is a bit taller than me. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? So he said, oh, yes, he said, he's quiet. This is his mate now. He says, he's quiet. He said, apart from a Saturday. I thought, oh, for goodness sake. All of my delicious little babies. Do you remember what I said on a previous video? Only a short time back. I said, the worst thing in the world is words to effect, not me exact words. You know, where some get nightmare neighbours. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? But what it seemed to me, okay, my delicious little babies, is that your man there, is going to be moving in with his missus, right? And who'd want to be his flipping missus anyway? With his mouth, running his mouth like that, so I turned round anyway. And I thought, you know what? I thought, I'm not going to let this go. No, I did, my delicious little babies. I'm not flipping joking or ramping. So I said to him, I said, when you just said to me, because I thought, I'm not going to let this go now, no. So I said, when you just said to me, let's keep it that way. I said, let me say one thing to you. This is what I told him. I said, I'm telling you nicely, because he peed me off. I said, I'll say one thing to you very nicely. I said, at the end of the day, I said, I've been here 7 years, like when I said, yes. I said, I do not trouble nobody, and nobody troubles me. I said, so it could only happen, I said, if you move in next to me. I said, do you understand me now? Are you getting me? And his friend just looked at his mate, just looked at me, because he must have thought, for a small woman, do you see what I mean? I thought, I ain't going to let you get away with that, you piece of shite. I do not even know the man. He might be able to talk to his missus like that, but he's not flipping talking to me like it. He can flipping F off nicely. And I'll tell you something else, if he does flipping start that crack, I'm telling you now, my delicious little babies, and I'm making sure that I keep this video up. Yes? That at the end of the day, if he wants to start flipping whinging and moaning and carry on like a flipping woman, well, even women do not carry on like that, so no disrespect to my delicious little ladies and women out there, yes? What I'm saying to you is as well, I'll do everything in my power to get rid of him. Not in that way, everybody, my delicious little babies, that come out all. I'll do everything in my power. I'll just moan and moan and moan and moan till I get rid of him. That's what I'll do. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Since when does a man who doesn't know me, my delicious little babies, yes, say to me, oh, keep it that way? Because the way I seen it was, my delicious little babies, and for some of you little beautiful babies, you're going to get where I'm coming from here if you've had a neighbour like this. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Or if somebody's moved in, in your area or next door to you, up or down, do you see what I mean, sweet, yes? So at the end of the day, for him to say that, to me, that was like he was trying to put his stamp. Do you see what I mean? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that was rather a bullying tone myself. Yes, I would. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like he's telling me, he rules the roost. What, because he's a man? And this is no disrespect to the men out there, my delicious little babies or the delicious little gentlemen. No, it isn't, right? But when you get someone like him, and I thought, you know what? I thought, you flipping peed me off. And I let him know twice as well. And I even said to him, I said, please. I said, I'm asking you nicely. And I was very flipping serious, my delicious little babies. I said, please, I'm asking you nicely. I said, do not ever talk to me like that again. Do you see what I mean? And he went, he said, I was just, you see what I mean? I said, well, I'm just letting you know. I said, anyway, nice to meet you. Have a nice evening. Goodbye. And I came back in. I thought, you cheeky flipping. Well, I could use another word, my delicious little babies, but I'm not going to. But if he thinks he's going to flipping run his mouth off or dictate to me, he's got another flipping thing coming. Like I said, he can do it to his missus. If she's as quiet as a mouse that only opens a trap when he's around. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? I won't put up with it. No, I will not. And not when I've got other beautiful, delicious baby neighbours who are so beautiful. Do you understand what I mean? Who happen to be Spanish, Polish and Romanian. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, got Syrian up the road. Do you see what I'm saying to you? At the end of the day, I've got nothing against anybody, no matter what colour, creed. Do you see what I'm saying to you? What I do have against is the likes of him. And yes, I've lived here really peacefully, my delicious little babies. Do you see? But this is what you get, isn't it? There's always flipping one, isn't there? Well, the fact of the matter is, if he carries on like that, yes, with an attitude, because he's obviously got a chip on his shoulder, because, you know, little men like that usually do, don't they? I'm not talking about all little men, my delicious little babies, or all little gentlemen. I'm just saying, his particular type of man. I've come across him before, flipping mighty. Do you see what I mean? And I flipping put them in their place as well. So at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, do you see what I mean? He's not going to talk to me like that and get away with it. Well, anyway, if he wants to carry on like that, nobody will speak to him. He's done it to himself. There we go. Do you see what I mean? But don't, not even before you move into a property, my delicious little babies, bring your flipping damn well dirty attitude with you. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't know me. No, he does not. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? What a cheeky flipping sod. Anyway, that's the end of my video, sweet, yes? But no, I'll let you know anyway, my delicious little babies, you know, if anything else. Do you see what I mean? Let's just give him time to get his feet, there we go, under the table. And let's see what he's going to be doing then, rocking and rolling. Do you see what I mean? But he's obviously walked away and thought to himself, and so did his flipping mate, he's a right tall bloke, you know, and but he just looked at me as if to say, you know what I mean? Because he probably thought, oh, I'm just like a little mouse, I'm really nice and sweet. Well, I am sweet, I mean, that is the truth. You know what I mean? I can be very sweet, actually. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I, you know, can do a lot of good deeds for others. Do you understand what I mean? But I'm talking about, and that's not an ego thing, by the way, because I never work off my ego. What I'm saying is that he obviously thought it, or, you know what it could be, my delicious little babies, yes, because you met men like him before, you know. Your man like that, right? You know, it's like he likes to bully. Do you understand what I mean? You know, like thinking he can talk down to a woman, you know. There are, sadly, men out there who do that. Yes, there are. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But from what I gather there, he came rather unstuck with me. Do you see what I'm saying to you, sweet? You never expect, but like I said, I wouldn't let it go. I flipping said it twice. And that's it. So now he knows what the score is, what the crack is. So now we'll just see. But if he wants to make enemies when no one talks to him, well, then that's his own business, isn't it? He clothes himself, yes, he puts his own clothes on his back, he feeds himself and he pays his own rent. Does he not? Yes, he does. So it's not for anyone else to say, but what I'm saying to you is that you should never move into a road and talk to neighbours like that. You knew neighbours like that. Flipping damn rude. Anyway, I thought I'd mentioned it, that flipping peed me off. Anyway, but not today, my delicious little babies, I'm all right, yes? But anybody out there, if anybody is a fan of the flipping putrid twats, Boris Johnson, well, why don't you do yourself a favour, learn something new today, educate yourself. I'm not being to my delicious little babies who know, okay? I'm talking to any passers-by. Do you understand what I mean? Who seem to love old Boris Johnson, right? That twat, right? Well, please go and educate yourself, and thank you. And do research on other things, because these putrid governments we want rid of once and for all. I just feel that the more and more, well, eventually, you know, there will be so many wanting rid of them. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And please do not think, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's, you know, Nigel Farage, whether it's Rishi Sunak, whether it's whoever it is, any of them, they're all putrid. Every single one of them. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? They all went into jobs, la-di-da-di-da, I think I'm better than everybody else. Do you see what I'm saying to you? When really they're lackeys for you know who. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? You put them in a normal job where they had to flipping graft or do something. Well, they wouldn't have a flipping, you know, they wouldn't know the flipping their A from their elbow. Because you see, we're dealing with thick people in our flipping putrid governments. That's what you're dealing with. Do you see what I mean? And you've got others who are just so afraid, there we go, to even leave their job, you know, because they've become accustomed to this and accustomed to that. Do you know what I mean? They can shove it up their flipping holes, because I flipping cannot stand any of them. And then, of course, and I'm going to repeat this again as well, still flipping, pushing out the flipping old jab, 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 when they can see the bloody damage it's doing. Anyway, I've got nothing more to say now, my delicious little babies, okay? Because as soon as I come off the camera, I'm back to normal. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to have a bite to eat. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. I'm going to have a bite to eat then, yes. And then I should be doing my quick reads afterwards, okay? So, thank you ever so much to you, my wonderful and delicious, beautiful little babies, okay? Who even take the time to even listen to me today as well, yes? But I just wanted just to say a few things, you know. Okay, and you know, God bless to you all. Please keep feeling the love, okay? Please excuse me, and please help who you can. You know, whether you shake the hand, whether you give them a pat on the back, you know, or whether you want to give them a reassuring hug. Okay, my delicious little babies. Yes, I've got a real frog in my throat for some reason. This video has been a flipping strange one today, my delicious little babies. I've no idea why, you know. Anyway, not to worry, my beautiful little babies, yes, but listen, you just take care of yourself now, yes? Much love to you all. Have a beautiful and delicious time wherever you are in the world, because I love you all. You're wonderful, beautiful, and delicious. All right, so until the next video, take care. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.